People are usually after one thing: happiness. They might say that they're after money, status, or love, but that's normally just a means to an end. Having all of the money in the world will make hardships easier, but it might also isolate you. And you could rise to the top of the corporate ladder, but what did you sacrifice to get there? Just like eating a balanced diet, satisfaction isn't achieved just through a single avenue. One thing that could be getting in the way of our happiness is our role models or images we see on screen. A lot of TV shows and movies present an unreal expectation of the world, which makes sense because we use media as an escape. I've never gotten into a high-speed car chase, gone on a rampage after my dog was killed, or inherited a life-changing fortune.
While these stories are fun, they're not obtainable. But there is one show that takes the mundane and turns it into something desirable. So, put on your favorite white shirt and trusty pair of blue jeans, because this is Media Philosophy exploring the deeper side of fulfillment with Mike Judge's King of the Hill.
King of the Hill centers around the life of one man living in the suburban city of Arlen, Texas. And what's interesting is that cartoons normally take full creative liberty as they are only bounded by the limits of their imagination. That's why there are cartoons with magic stretching yellow dogs, children managing to go into space multiple times, and talking food that live next door to an ogre. But King of the Hill doesn't need any of that. Hank Hill goes to work, raises his son, and watches football.
On the surface, it doesn't seem like much, but digging deeper, we find a guide to living our best life. So first, let's examine Hank's social life because humans are social creatures.
There's a reason why after all of these years, the forever alone guy, the doomer, and overall anon sad boy memes are still around. We all know how hard loneliness can really be. Hank Hill lives next to his oldest and closest friends from high school.
Yep.
Together they've gone through so much that has strengthened their relationships. They have developed a bond that is only possible through time. And realistically, it's not feasible to stay in such close proximity with old friends, but the internet has made it easier than ever to keep in touch. Just sending a message once every month or so, or jumping on Discord to chat with some old buddies can be a great way to maintain these old friendships. And even if it's too late for those longtime friends, you can still get to know the people around you. Even though Khan and Hank have known each other for a much shorter amount of time and tension does exist,
Hey, hillbillies! Look at my new SUV!
they still have become friends, so talk to your neighbors and coworkers because even small talk can lead to great things. And Hank doesn't just stop socializing because he has some good friends. No, he's an active member of the community as well. From booster clubs to volunteering to being all too familiar with the city council meetings, Hank puts himself out there.
And he recognizes that he has the power to influence his living space. And yeah, engaging can be hard, but remember,
Life is effort and I'll stop when I die.
Going out, being seen, and making connections is a surefire way to live the Hank Hill life.
but just because you're making friends or volunteering your time doesn't mean you have to be a walking doormat. It's important to share your opinions or even get mad every once in a while.
Prepare for an eternity of me kicking your ass. God dang it, Con, that does it. I'm gonna kick your ass. Yeah! That's it, I'm kicking your ass.
I'm sorry.
I don't know who engages in more ass play, Hank Hill or Red from That 70s Show.
Hank Hill isn't afraid to stand up for himself. Sure, yes, maybe physical violence isn't the go-to threat, but it's better than being 100% passive. And Hank Hill knows the appropriate escalations. He doesn't blow up at some teenager making minimum wage, but he does express frustration.
Aisle 30. I think
This is aisle 30.
15th. 3.
Stop guessing. Either you know or you don't know.
Positivity and kindness is important, but you don't want to overcorrect because there are times when someone is going to make you mad.
I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Be it a close friend or some jackass, you need to be honest.
And we have to admit, while Hank Hill is great at expressing anger, he does have a problem with his softer emotions.
I will, Hank.
Peggy, not in the airport.
But cut him some slack. He's Hank Hill, not Jesus Christ. Although...
You can't bottle up your emotions, or else you could end up as some repressed, deranged lunatic. Being able to say something like, "That's annoying," or "I don't like that," or if you really want to send a message, you hit them with this, baby.
Dale, you giblet head.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
When speaking your mind, you have to realize that you're probably gonna go against what's popular, but being the voice of opposition can lead to avoiding a lot of mistakes. Hank has saved his friends hundreds of times by calling people out. Yeah, it won't make you the most well-liked guy, and you can probably do it a little bit more tactfully, but your opinion matters. And if you don't say what's on your mind, then you're indirectly contributing to the problem.
So now that you've made some friends and subsequently pissed them off, now what?
Hank Hill spends his time engaged in various hobbies. He loves to cook, take care of his lawn, and is a master craftsman. With this many hobbies, it's impossible not to enjoy yourself. There is a saying that the meaning of life is to give life meaning. If your life consists of nothing but working 40 hours a week in some office and nothing else, yeah, life will seem pretty bleak. That's why it's important to engage in something we like. Your hobby can be anything as long as it actually fills you with a sense of true fulfillment. And that's the dangerous thing about constantly playing video games or watching TV. Sure, you can enjoy it, but do you actually feel fulfilled? And nobody can answer that question honestly but yourself. If nothing makes you happier after a long day of work than playing a few League of Legends matches or binge watching your favorite show, then God bless you. Life is too short to worry about what other people think. But if playing a game for 6 hours on your day off leaves you feeling low, then that's probably a sign. Simply filling time is easy. Getting into a new hobby can seem incredibly daunting at first.
Dude, sucking at something is the first step towards being sorta good at something.
But accomplishing or building something is so rewarding. And not only can a hobby be just fun, but it can even be practical. Messing around with cars can save you a lot of money. Painting can allow you to make some great personalized gifts.
Creating a YouTube channel can be a great way to not be invited to your family's Thanksgiving.
Life is hard. It can be exhausting, lonely, and frustrating.
It doesn't matter who you are or what you do, there will always be obstacles to overcome. But as long as you have people to lean on, speak your mind, and engage in healthy hobbies, then you're on to something great. So throw on some football, bust out the propane, and start living your best life. This is Media Philosophy, exploring the deeper side of entertainment.